Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Omura Koen. This is Omura Park in Nagasaki, Japan, and I am out here for Hanami. In Japanese, the word for flower is hana, and the word for look is miru. So if you put them together, Hanami, we get looking at flowers. So basically what I'm out here doing today is something I like to do every year, and it's obviously a big part of the culture here in Japan, and I'll explain more about it, is I'm at one of my favorite places in Nagasaki Ken, in all of Japan really. So when I first came out here 10 years ago, I was living and I didn't really know very many people. But the first time I was able to come out to the park, it was such a fantastic experience. I came here to study Japanese gardening, so as you can see kind of behind me, we've got lots of different flowers here, and they're styled in the kind of traditional Japanese way, the kind of thing that I learned when I came out here initially. And so I'm out here and I'll actually show you a whole bunch of the flowers. Now, right now we're kind of in the near the end of the season. We've still got quite a lot of flowers out here, but you'll kind of see these. I can turn around, you get a little bit of a shot in the background there of some flowers, and I'll walk around and show you some more. So basically what Hanami is people get to come out here near the kind of beginning of April, a little bit before that, maybe the last few weeks of March, and then the beginning of April, depending on where you are in the country. It kind of starts at the southern part, and then the flowers work their way up, and you can actually see that on the news, and they track, where the flowers are coming from. So it's actually a beautiful sunny day. It's April 2nd here in Japan, and it's because it's right at the middle of the vacation time between the school year. It's different basically. In America, we start our school year in September, and in Japan it starts in April. So right now we've actually got a lot of people. There's still, school groups that come out here, but most of the students that are graduating or moving to, kind of higher levels of school, they're out and having fun right now. So even though we're still kind of in the middle of the Hanami season, we've still got quite a few flowers left, and you can see some of that kind of pink behind me. We'll come and kind of take a closer look at it later. Now, one of the coolest things that I remember about this park was that everybody was so warm and friendly, especially, people are drinking a little bit and they get to, kind of relax, and they're a bit more welcoming. So, right now, as I mentioned, it's the middle of the day, so you got kind of fewer people. We'll turn the camera around. So you got fewer people outside today, but you can see we do have people sitting down, relaxing outside, and this is kind of the beauty of Hanami. Now, in America, it's illegal to drink alcohol outside, even at like a park, unless it's, kind of a private property thing. But the cool thing about Japan is that you can actually walk around and drink alcohol. So if you do drink, you can just bring your alcohol to a park and bring your food and anything else you'd like, and just sit down, and you get to meet a whole bunch of different people. Now, as you can see, all of this pink that's in the water, these are all of the flower petals that are coming off the trees. So it makes for, both a beautiful carpet when you're sitting down on the grass, but also you've got the lovely canopy, or the kind of treetops above you. All right, so now we're coming into one of my favorite places to sit out and give you a little bit better view of it. You can see there are already quite a few people out here relaxing and enjoying the day. So right here in this spot in the middle, I spent, my first full year living in Japan. Konnichiwa. Oh. いいですか? すいません。英語喋れますか? 何やったっけあれ? 違うしっていうらしい。何やったっけ? マイネームだったら言えるよ。もうお名前は英語も自分の名前はなんて？みちる。何やったっけあれ？かっこいいですね。お名前はもう一回ね。直哉とナナですね。いいよ、もう喋りましょうか。すいません、これはYouTube に載せるけど、それは大丈夫ですか？もう有名になりますけどね。なんてしたら出てきますか？English anyone。こんにちは。かわいいですね。お名前は？ルリちゃん。アメリカから？そう、アメリカから。けど今はもう日本に住んでるですよ。だから日本語上手なの。 もうまだ勉強しないといけないけどね。
直江たちよりも日本語上手。
そんなことないですよ。
いや
絶対違いますよ。
もう普通に。
もう座っていいですか？すいませんけど。いいな、ありがとう。Okay, okay. So now this is one of the really cool things about Hanami again. See, I've just met this guy. Now, yes, he's trying to tickle me over here. I just met him like 1 minute ago. So right now, I'm out here. I have this lovely family. So you can tell your names again. Say hello, hello, hello,
Hello.
hello, hello でしょ。Hello,
Hello.
hello,
Hello.
hello. もう他の英語の言葉わかるか？わかる？知らない？
Oh my god.
お名前何？
Oh my god.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, it's so bright today. Now, one of the things you'll notice about, I was just basically walking and I saw some kids over here. And, for practicing your English, especially if you're living in an English-speaking country, if you go out to a place like a park, especially where you've got, groups of people, like, parents and their kids, everybody's out having a good time, it's a really great way to start conversations. You can get into a conversation by, trying to talk with the kids first, because usually they're like a little bit less shy and more willing to go out and meet new people. So if you if you're like, have like a baseball or something like that, you're at a park and you can kind of begin a conversation that way. So we can have a bit more of a great conversation. Now I can sit down and, get to talk with the kids. And then after that, I can kind of talk with the parents a bit more as well. Okay, so I'm here and, as I expected, they're asking me for signatures and stuff. It's one of the difference in the cultures is really, here. Oh, no, here. Ah. So people love out here just kind of the. One more? One more? One more. One more. 今はサインしてるですね。So my name D-R-E-W.
これってローマ字でね。
そう、ローマ字ですね。So in a lot of especially kids in Japan, they've got English. 英語はもうシャツに書いてあるでしょ。So they've got lots of English written on their shirts, and everybody likes the way English looks, just like we have in America. We like to have some people like the just kind of the look of Japanese or Chinese characters. So we've got this is my English name here, and now I'll write it in Japanese. I'll write it in katakana. I can't. It's hard to write like this. So we've got do di u do di u.
ひらがな。
And hiragana.
あ、書く。
これ? Okay, so this is my signature. I like to do, especially for Japanese kids. They don't know any better, so I just do a crazy signature like this. Anyway, well, I will turn this off and then we will come back in a moment and show you some more of Omura Park. Alright, and the journey continues. So you see how fun it is to come out here for Hanami. Everybody's relaxing, having a great time. And it's just a beautiful day. It's really a fantastic day for Hanami. So we'll see what other things we can get into today as we walk. We're crossing the bridge from the main kind of area. You can see over here the main entrance. And now we're going up to the castle. Let's see if we can find the castle for some lovely Hanami. So one of the really cool things, you got all this lovely little rivers over here, people sitting outside having food. We got some corn and hot dogs and ice cream, and you can get takoyaki. So taco is the word for octopus, and yaku is to kind of cook something. So we got takoyaki, cooked octopus. So it's kind of like little balls. It's almost like kind of pancake dough with a little piece of octopus in it. So this is takoyaki. You see the lovely octopus over here, and then soft cream, ice cream, and then we got some traditional Japanese sweets over here. I might have to get something, but it's kind of I don't know, I need to watch my figure. I'm going like a little bit of a diet over here. Then one of my favorite trees with some of the leaves coming out here in the spring, this is the momiji, the Japanese maple. Alright, and now we are walking our way up to the castle. So this is Omura Castle. I really like just the whole atmosphere of this place. Very traditional area with lots of beautiful flowers that you can come look at. Oh, it's just a perfect day out here. I wish you could be sitting out here to experience this with me. We're going to walk up the stairs and see what we can find. So now we're getting up to the top of the mountain. You can hear I'm a little bit breathless, but actually now we get to see what's up at the very top. Now usually, temples and shrines, those things, like you come here, there's a kind of an order that you do things in. Usually you come over and wash your hands first, and there can be different ways to do it, but usually they give you some kind of a little bit of example of how you're actually supposed to wash your hands. Now what can be tricky is if you got just kind of one hand, and especially if you're trying to hold a camera, it's kind of hard to wash your own hand, but just the feeling of it, it's very relaxing to wash your hands and get kind of cleaned up as you enter a temple or shrine. And then after you finish that, we got an area where you can come up, ring a bell, say a bit of a prayer, deposit a little bit of money, and enjoy the day. We've also got places for people to write particular wishes that they have, and prayers for the future, especially around this time of the year when we're starting a new school year. So a lot of people are wishing for a good, prosperous new year. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed getting to walk around in the first video in this series. We'll kind of see where it goes depending on the questions and comments and the number of likes, that kind of thing. If this becomes a popular video, I'm really excited to make more and kind of get into some of the things that maybe people aren't so familiar about Japan. So if you want to learn about like a particular martial art or tea or something like that maybe there's already plenty of videos about that, I'd probably be less interested in making a video about that. I really want to kind of get into some more detailed things that maybe people don't really know about. So please, comment below this video. Be sure to like it if you're enjoying this video, and hopefully I will get lots of great ideas for more videos to make. Well, I will leave you with kind of one final note here since I'm in this beautiful setting. One of the reasons that I come to places like this, and the reason that I got interested in Japanese gardening in the first place, is that it makes me so relaxed and calm. So if I'm ever having other things that I'm thinking about or worries, or I've got too much in my life that's happening, I can come to a place like this and I can forget, and I can really focus on whatever it is I'm thinking about. Or especially if I have a particular problem, I can really clear my mind and focus on that specifically. Now I bring this up because a lot of times I'll hear in a comment or a question from a learner that they say like, my English sucks, or I'm not happy with my English, or something like that. And what happens when you kind of say a general thing like that is you kind of trick your mind, and you make your mind think about too many things at one time. So what I recommend is that number one, remember that your problem is probably not that big. So anytime you have something that you're worried about, there's probably a better way, a more simple way, and a clearer way of expressing that. So if you can come to a place like this, or whatever that happens to be for you, that will help you have a much better experience and be able to solve that problem much faster. So remember, if you're able to watch this video and you understand most of it, your English is already fantastic. So don't say that your English sucks or anything like that. You may have a particular problem, and if you can find that particular problem, then you can solve it. So maybe the pronunciation of one or two words is actually a problem, and the problem is really much smaller than you thought it was. So find your place like this, wherever that is. It could be in a city, or it could be out in like kind of nature like I enjoy, but whatever it happens to be, have a fantastic day. Get down in the comments below to let me know what you think of this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.